Excellent. Okay. We're about to start now. Okay, so good evening, everyone. I'm so glad to have you here. This is the first session of 8 weeks encounter that we're having on this semester for the course Intermediate English 2. So let me introduce myself first and let me tell you a little bit about myself before you guys do your own introductions. My name is Paola Sarmiento. I am 32 years old and I work as an English teacher here in the city of Bogota. I've been living here for about 12 years now, but I am from Santander. And right now, I'm working as an English teacher in a high school, in a school here in Bogota. And I've been studying English like since I was like 13 or 14 years old. And I am finishing my 10th semester here in the UNAT. I'm going to be your speaking tutor, and the idea of this class, of these encounters and these sessions is to practice the speaking ability, the speaking skills, and obviously the listening skills. So um, we are going to be practicing around specific topics, but most of the topics per se, we are going to be practicing. That's what I want you to do. So I'm going to give you some directions so you guys can start speaking. But most of it, what I really need from you is to be with the right attitude to speak as much as you can and listen to the others. So let's see if we can start our presentations, okay? So what about you, Francisco? Can you start? Can you tell us something about yourself?
Sorry.
Turn on your mic. Yes.
My name is Francisco Alcalá. I am 51 years old. I live near to the El Espinal, Tolima, and El Guamo, Tolima, near 14 kilometers. And I
Okay.
am the sixth period, and my expectation about this class is big. Uh, in the and uh, after I'm sorry, and before period, I studied with Alejandra. It's nice, good
Oh,
partner. I'm married.
excellent. So you know each other.
Yeah, I'm married
Okay.
twice. Uh, has 4 kids, one girl, 3 kids. The oldest live in the United States of America. I have another one here with me. Different mothers.
That's awesome. Anything else you want to
Sorry,
tell us?
I'm sorry. You can hear me?
We can hear you.
Hello.
Keep going.
Me voy a volver a conectar.
Oh, okay. That's okay. All right. Connects himself. You tell us something about. Alejandra, do you hear me?
Hello, teacher.
Hi. Okay, we can hear you now. Come on, tell us something about yourself.
My name is Geraldine Alejandra Torres. I am student of NAT. Um, I live in Danameta. Yes, I was in speaking sessions with Francisco in the past semester. And I don't know. I am um, teacher in a school in a I am mother that one child and he is 5 years old. I am married. teacher.
What can you tell us about your does you work as a what do you work for?
My work, my job, teacher. Yes. Um,
Yes, yes, Yvette.
I am working as a teacher, as an English teacher in a little school in
Excellent.
in Vista Mohamed. It is it's to 1 hour from my home. I work in Paraguay. Teacher.
Okay. Yes, we can hear you, but it's like a little bit cut off. So maybe we are having a little bit of problems with with the signal, but let's try to do it slowly so you guys can hear me and I can understand you, okay? But very good, excellent. Thank you so much for sharing. So we have Alicia on the other side. Yes?
Yes,
So
teacher. Hello,
excellent.
teacher.
Can you tell us something about yourself?
Okay, teacher. I live in the La Guajira, so I'm 26 years old. Right now, I live with my parents and my little daughter. I'm not working right now, but I work as an English teacher for a primary school. Um, it has been a great experience for me. I've learned a lot uh, of how to be a good teacher. I've improved many skills since that work. Right now, I'm starting my seventh semester, and I'm studying English as a foreign language.
That's great, excellent. And for how long have you been a teacher?
So for I was teacher for a short time. It was 6 months because IGNO was a formal work. It was just a part-time job, but right now I'm not working.
Awesome. But is there anything else that you do besides being a teacher?
Excuse me, teacher, can you repeat me again?
Yes. Is there anything else that you're working on, or only as an English teacher?
No, I only work as an English teacher at the until the moment.
Oh, that's great. Okay, so you're already practicing your craft, so that's very, very good. Okay, guys, this is something today in the first session. We are
Teacher,
just going to try.
sorry, can you
Yes,
hear me right now?
yes, yes, yes. I can
Is
hear you.
better? The sound is better?
Better. Thank you so much. It's
Yeah,
slow, guys. I know it's slow, but it's maybe because of the connection issues. Let's say it's an application that is not as Skype could be, and we are recording the session, so that makes it lower than usual. So let's try to be patient and let's try to speak slow so we can understand each other, okay? All right, perfect. So I was telling you that sessions is for you guys to speak. So today we are mainly going to focus on knowing each other, talking, trying to connect. I know that maybe some of you know each other from before, but we are going to focus on making questions and giving, quick and very answers. So the first thing we're going to do before Jonathan and Geraldine can and Jessica can help us. So we are going to know each other, okay? So let's start with going to make questions to you first about yourselves, and then you are going to make some questions to me, and then you are going to know each other. All right. I'm going to be telling you, for example, Francisco, make a question to Alejandra, or make a question to Alicia, or something like that. Okay. So I'm going to ask you some questions first. Let's start with Francisco. Okay. Open your mic. Francisco, please. Thank you.
Teacher, may I make the question to Ali?
No, I'm going to make you a question first, and you are going to answer me. Okay?
Oh, go ahead.
Tell
Go
me.
ahead. No problem.
Yes. Tell me. Why to study to be for to be an English teacher? What is your motivation to study this career? Can you
What's my
tell us
reason?
why?
Sorry, my reason or my motivation is I like very much the English language to teach the people right here where I live. The people have to learn English and mathematics. My job, my duty is the people take trust in himself and try to speak English and learn mathematics.
So, do you have
You
any
understand?
experience teaching? Yes, 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 I can hear you
My
clearly.
duty. This is my duty.
Very good. So, are you an English teacher right now? I mean, are you teaching or do you have any experience teaching or not yet?
Long, not yet. Long time ago, yeah. But I teach in meteorology in English.
Oh, that's
I study
great. And
meteorology in here in Colombia. Meteorology.
okay, so would you prefer to be an English teacher for adults or for kids? How do you see yourself teaching
For me,
older
it's
people or little?
no. I think it's no. I don't prefer people. I only minds. No problem is young or old people or grow up or child. It's good for me to teach somebody.
So you
Eh,
see yourself as an English teacher no matter what age, yeah?
yeah, no problem.
That's very good. That's great. Okay. Now let's go with Alejandra. Are you there, Alejandra?
Yes, teacher. Okay.
Excellent. Okay, so you tell us that you are already an English teacher. So can you talk to us about your experience so far? What helps you to be an English teacher? What are your motivations? What did you decide to study this? Tell us a little bit, please.
Mm, I decided to study English because I I love English since I I was a child. Um, I I want to share my knowledge with more people. Mm, for me, it's um, great when you can share or mm, give uh, your your knowledge, your passion with other people. Mm, for that.
As well as, are you an English teacher for kids or for adolescents or for adults?
And in this moment, I am I am teaching English to kids and adolescents from 8 years to 60, 16 years. It's,
Experience. How do
uh,
you consider this experience to be good or oh, we have Jonathan here.
I think
That's
that
great.
that is good, but also it's hard, very, very hard, because the the kids are more quiet, but the adolescents are so um, hard. um, it's so hard. heavy in moments.
You are so, so right. I totally agree. Okay, thank you, Alejandra. All right, so we have Jonathan here. Hello, Jonathan. Welcome.
Hello, teacher.
I know it
Minutes.
was a little bit hard, the connection today. So, do you have your mic open? Please say something.
Yes, teacher. Can you hear me?
Hi. Okay. So we are doing presentations. So can you please introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? What semester are you? Whatever you want to tell us. Okay. Go ahead.
My name is Jonathan Acero. I'm from Acacias Meta. I'm ninth semester of bachelor degree as a foreign language. And I work in different things. Uh, I have business through internet, and I work in a company here in Acacias.
Mhm.
No, I study almost all the time.
Okay, that's good. I was telling the group that this first session is pretty much to get to know each other and like of speaking through this application, which is a little bit slow right now. But the idea is that we get to know each other and that I get to, understand what your English level is your speaking English level is, so we can start the real classes tomorrow. Okay, so for the rest of you, we're gonna have some moments of speaking and debates around a topic that I'm gonna give you each class, and with some homeworks that we're gonna bring previously. But we're merely going to speak, okay? I want to hear you guys. I want to make you some questions, and you're gonna make some questions to each other. Just trying like a conversation, a normal conversation between classmates or between friends, okay? So that's the idea. Right now, we were talking about what is our motivation to study this career, or what is your motivation to want it to be an English teacher? Are you an English teacher right now, Jonathan? Are you working as an English teacher? Not yet?
Me, teacher, not yet.
Okay. So, what is your motivation to be an English teacher? Why do you want to be an English teacher? Can you tell us a little bit?
Okay, I want to be an English teacher because I want to have that experience to share my knowledge. I want to be the opportunity to be an example for other persons, for other persons, and give the opportunity to learn other language. And I want to be that key that many people need to to live different experiences.
Excellent. Okay. And I was asking also the other guys that if they see each, we have the two girls here, they're already English teachers, but Francisco and you are not. So do you see each other? Do you see yourself as a teacher for adults or for kids? Or it's not a problem for you? But what would you prefer? Would you prefer to be an English teacher for kids or for adults? Can you tell us what you think about it?
Um, I prefer to be an English teacher for adults because I consider they are more organized, and it's easy to teach them than kids. Uh, I I think that a teacher needs a lot of time to teach kids, to teach children. Yeah, and I would prefer to be an English teacher for adults.
Okay, yeah, that's a little bit of true. Actually, Alejandra was telling us a little bit about that because she is a teacher for adolescents. Yeah, and maybe how difficult sometimes that is. And yes, we're gonna keep talking about that a little moment. But now we want to hear a little bit. Are you there? Are you still with us? Alicia, hello. Are you there?
Yes, teacher, I'm here.
Okay, excellent. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you the same question. You told us that you are already an English teacher for a small school, right?
Yes,
So do you teach kids, adolescents, or both of them? What can you tell us about your life as a professor, teacher?
both teacher. First today I was working with childrens because I didn't have any experience, but at the time I started to work with teenagers, and I prefer to work with teenagers. I think it's easier. Working with children is a little stressful. For that reason, I prefer. So I feel more comfortable to work with teenagers.
So you are right now teaching what grades? Sixth grade,
Both
seventh grade.
both teacher, because sometimes I I am an English teacher. For example, one week I'm going to work with children, but the next week I can work with teenagers.
So you have to work with both. Ah,
Yes,
okay. That's interesting. So would you like to talk? Would you like to teach to adults someday? Experience how to teach to adults?
excuse me, teacher. Can you repeat me again?
Would you like to teach adults? You know, older
Yes,
people,
teacher. Yes,
to
teacher.
try?
I prefer. Yes, I prefer. In my personal opinion, I love children, but I prefer to work with teenagers or adults. I think it's easier
Why? Explain yourself. Why do you think it's easier?
because to work with children, sometimes is I have to be speaking all the time. Baby, sit down here. Baby, please shut up. Baby, baby, baby. Sometimes they make me crazy. And I think it's easier to work with adults because they focus on the topic that I'm giving them, and for that reason I prefer adult or teenagers.
Okay, thank you so much. That's a great answer. Okay, I think we have Jessica here. Jessica, hello.
Hello, teacher.
Welcome. I'm so glad you could join us. Okay, this is our group, and we are right now talking about ourselves a little bit, our speaking. So, could you please introduce yourself? Tell us your age, where are you from, what semester are you, and anything you want to tell us about yourself.
Hi, how are you? My name is Jessica Gutierrez. I am 26 years old. Study English in sixth semester. Sixth semester. Um, and work in the Police National of Colombia.
Oh, wow. Yes, anything else you want to tell us? Oh, hey, I think Jessica's out. Jessica, can you hear us? Are you there?
Estoy escuchando
Oh,
bien.
yes, there you're back. No? Okay. Are you, let me write something for you. Okay, in the meanwhile, guys, while we try to keep to connect with you, please think about one question to do to one of your partners, okay? Now you're gonna make questions to each other, and the idea is for you to try to use the long all the details you can, okay? Not only short answers, but and not all short questions, but long questions with details, okay? So think about it while Janet again. Are you there, Jessica? Can you hear us? Can
Yes,
you hear
teacher,
us?
but I
Okay,
not
good.
listen.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you,
Oh,
teacher Francisco.
oh. Yes, Francisco? Are you telling
Yes,
something?
I can hear
Are you going to
you.
say something?
Good.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Teacher, I don't listen very good.
Okay, we're having connection problems. Okay, we're gonna move on in the meanwhile while Jessica to fix up maybe her connection or something. Um, so Francisco,
Yes, ma'am.
are you there? Can you hear me? Yes? Excellent. Can you make one question, any question you want, to Jonathan? Let's start with Jonathan because Alejandra, you already know. So let's try to ask something to Jonathan. Go ahead. Anything about himself.
Who, me?
Yes, Francisco. Ask anything you want to Jonathan.
Uh,
Something
um,
about him.
I think that my partner is very young like me. I'm 51, but the question is, what Jonathan thinks about the family, how to get a family.
Okay. This time, you hear that?
Are you family man or not?
Oh, of course,
Good.
I have a family. Yeah, my parents, my brothers, but I have a girlfriend. We don't have children.
Too much. How many girlfriends do you have?
Sorry,
Oh.
sorry.
How many girlfriends do you have?
Oh, just one, man, just one. Of course.
That was a tricky question. That was a tricky question. Good, Francisco. That was a question with more details and with a follow-up. You actually made two questions, which is good. Excellent. All right. Think about another and I will get back to you. What about you, Jonathan? Can you ask something to Alejandra? Anything you want? I mean, you didn't hear presentations before, so anything, okay? Anything you want to know about them? Go ahead.
I didn't listen her introduce, but
Yes, exactly.
um, I want to ask her about her age. How old is she, and why did she decide? Why did she decide to study English?
Okay, Alejandra, you there? Do you hear
Yes,
that?
sure. Yes,
Okay.
yes. Um, my age? To me? Do you question my age?
Yes, okay, let's try it like this. Jonathan, direct the question to her. So try to do the question again. Yes. But now
Okay.
you're talking to her. So how will you do the question?
Hello, Alejandra.
Hello, Jonathan.
How are you? Fine.
Fine, thank
Can you
you.
hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Um, I would like to hear you to your introduce. Please introduce yourself. What's your name, your age, and why did you decide to study English?
Okay,
Good. That's much better.
my name is Geraldine Alejandra Torres. I am 23 years old, and I decided to study English because I think that share your no
Uh,
me no study English because since child I love languages. that it's so interesting. Um, learn other language, communicate communicate with other people that uh, in more this language because it's universal. I think that for that I study English. Mm, yeah.
Okay, Alejandro, we cannot hear you anymore. Maybe you can get closer to the microphone because we hear you far away, or at least I do. So
Oh my
we
God.
don't understand you that much well anymore. Can you get closer to the microphone
Nothing,
if you can? All
nothing.
right? Yes, yes, yes. I mean, we can hear you, but sometimes it sounds far away. So please try to make it
In
maybe closer.
this moment is better or
It is better. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
okay,
All
thank you.
right. Let's move on. Let's start with you, Alejandra. Can you start
Uh,
because we haven't hear her full presentation yet, you know? So let's try to make some questions to Jessica. What would you like to know about Jessica? Tell her something.
okay, my question for Jessica is, what do you think about animals or pets? Do you like them? Do you have any in your house?
All right, did you get that, Jessica? Yes?
Teacher,
Did
I
you get the
don't
question?
understand, but I don't listen well.
Okay. Alejandra, can you write the question on the chat so we can hear it better? Yes, Alejandra, can you write the question on the chat? Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Excellent. So, Jessica, there is the question on the chat. What do you think about animals? Do you like them? Do you have any pets? Tell us a little bit.
Hermano, se tienen dos llaves, no se apague la luz de ahí. Usted la tenía, usted lo puso.
Okay. Jessica, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so Alejandra left you the question on the chat. So please tell us what you think about that. Okay. Do you see the question? Jessica, hello?
Teacher, see,
Yes.
yes,
Go ahead.
the animals sound very nice to me. They are loving beings. I love animals. They are essential for me of the moment. I do not have animals because my world does not allow it. The police, the police,
Yeah.
the, po-
Was the police? What's the problem with the police? Tell us.
um, but because I keep traveling in different departments, and but no does not allow animals.
Oh, so you don't have anyone in your apartment? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Let's try something. We didn't get to hear Jessica's question, so each one of you is gonna make one question to her about, her personal information. What would you like to know? Age, where does she work, who she lives with, where is she from? Each one of you. Okay. So let's start with Alicia. Can you ask one of these questions or any other question you want to Jessica, please?
Okay, teacher. Jessica, how long have you been studying English?
Good. Excellent question.
How long? How long? What?
Are you been studying English? Have you been? Sorry, have
Um,
you been?
mm, I do not practice it so much, but my girl, it's very hard.
Okay, but for how long have you been studying English right now? Not, or did you study English before? How long have you been studying English? Can you tell us?
4 years.
4 years. Okay, good. Very good question, Alicia. Okay, let's go. Can you give Jessica one question about herself? Ask her something. Francisco, turn on the mic. We can hear you. Can you repeat it?
Uh,
Okay,
Jessica,
good, excellent.
why do you like
Hi.
the national police? Do you like very much? Why national police?
That's good. That's a good question, actually.
Jessica, hello.
Hello.
We are waiting for
Can
your
you,
answer. Did you get the question? Did you get the question? Yes?
Repeat, please.
Oh, okay.
no
Can you
problem.
repeat it?
Uh, why do you like have been in the national police? Why do
Ju-
you like be officer police officer? I'm sorry.
I like it because I serve the country. I help many people.
Oh, that's a good answer. Great answer. Okay. Very good. What about you, Jonathan? Anything you can say, Jessica?
Okay. Hello, Jessica.
Hi, how are you?
Very good, thank you. Um, I have a question because it's a little strange you being a police officer. Uh, why do you want to be an English teacher? Why you are born in the national police?
Great question. Very interesting. Come on, don't keep us waiting. It's a very good question.
and because I want to go to commissioner abroad
Oh,
in many countries, IT or or countries in Africa.
and you would like to go. That's very good. Okay, excellent. All right. That gets you thinking. Any one of you have ever go to another country? Have any one of you been able to practice your English outside? Anyone? What about you, Alejandro? Have you gone outside of Colombia to practice your English?
Yes.
Would you like to go somewhere? What country would you like to go if you had the chance to practice your English?
Okay. I think that USA or Canada or Australia or many countries. I would like.
Okay, Jessica, can you please turn off your mic for a second? Turn off your mic. Alejandra, you were telling us you would like to travel to, I don't know if I get it right, Italy? You said Italy?
I don't
No, I
start.
didn't get it.
From me, is the question to me?
Yes, yes,
Excuse
yes.
me, teacher.
To you, Alejandra. You were telling us you would like to travel to, sorry?
Teacher, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Do you guys hear me? The rest of
Please,
you?
please,
Yes, teacher.
you can repeat the
Yes,
question.
teacher.
Oh, okay. Maybe we're having some connection problems. Okay, we'll go back to you, Alejandra, in a moment. So, Alicia, would you like to travel to another country? Which one? And explain why. Alicia, you're there?
Yes, teacher, excuse me. Can you repeat me
Okay.
again?
Yes, sure. We are talking about Jessica was telling us that she wants to learn English to go abroad to a different country. So, would you like to travel to another country? Have you traveled to another country so far when you can practice your English?
Well, teacher, I haven't traveled to foreign for now, but I wanted to travel to New York. But one friend told me that New York is a very expensive city, and I thought that I don't have money to live in New York, and maybe I'm thinking to visit San Diego, California, or
That's
another
great.
cheap country.
But would you like to go to the United States? Yes,
Yes, in the
to the
United States.
USA.
But not, right now, I have many friends who are living in the United States, and sometimes I have the opportunity to practice my English with them.
That's great. Excellent. Okay, so San Diego, California, very sunny state. Awesome. What about you, Francisco? Have you traveled
I never have been on the
to any?
abroad. I never have
Okay.
been in abroad, but I think San Andres Islas is abroad because out the continent and the people speak English, something English, and they practice the racisms to the another people to going to the Colombia. I
Well,
this place
they
is
speak Spanglish.
no, yeah, yeah. I think it's the one place I feel foreign in Colombia, San Andres.
Well, that's a good, interesting point of view. Okay, thank you. What about you, Jonathan? Have you traveled to practice your English in another country? Not yet?
No, teacher, I haven't had the opportunity to travel to other country. Even I was researching to travel to Australia, but I need to have 60 millions to go there. And the moment it's not possible, yeah. But I would like to go to the United States, United Kingdom, maybe Canada. Uh, that is my dream. I'm gonna get it.
Okay, that's excellent. Very good. Okay, listen, guys, because of our first topic is comparisons and superlative. That is like the first working on tomorrow. I want to check with you now for the next 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. We're going to check on previous knowledge on comparisons and superlatives. So the first thing I want you to tell me is what do you know about how to do comparisons in English? Each one of you is going to give me like a brief description of what you know. If you don't know anything about how to make comparisons in English, just let me know. No teacher has too much knowledge about this. But if you have any idea, I want to check on your previous knowledge. So if you have any idea, tell me how would you explain how to make comparisons in maybe 3 or 4 sentences. Okay? Ready? Let's start with Francisco. Francisco, are you there? You went black on me. Do you know anything about how to make comparisons in English? Can you explain how to make a comparison in English? And the rest of you, please start thinking, how will you put it into words? How will you explain it, okay? Yes, Francisco, I'm waiting on you.
Comparisons is sometimes fixed and affixed to locate and last the word and begin the word, like a bigger and biggest, or more bigger.
Okay, okay, good. How would you explain to a student how to make a comparison? How would you explain that in English? How will you put it into words?
I for the explain is through the example about the size for size for example car or animals or something like is too big or is not too big, it's a little, like for example Chihuahua duck is a little,
Okay,
and
good.
hound duck is big one. It's to use to the sorry the comparison is that between those two dogs. How do you name the little dog and the big one? Or more big one. Sorry.
Good.
For
Okay,
example,
thank you so much. Thank you so much for the explanation. Okay, that was good. What about you, Alejandra? Are you there? Are you still with us? How would you explain to your students how to make comparisons in English?
Um, Comparator is are used to compare a noun to another noun. The superlative is for say what is the top or uh, yes, in a group. Yes, the
Okay.
comparative
Hmm.
is fair in one noun with another noun. But the superlative is for saying what is the top in a group.
Okay.
These
Uh,
are the different.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Yes, that was good. That wasn't so bad. Okay, very good. Alejandra. Alicia, I'm sorry. Are you there, Alicia?
Yes, teacher, I'm here.
Alicia,
Teacher,
hello.
sorry,
Okay,
can you
good.
hold me one moment, please?
Oh, yes, yes, sure. Don't worry. I will go with you, Alicia. Your mic is on. So, how will you explain to a student what a comparison is? Do you know what is a comparison in English? Do you know how to do a comparison in English?
So, are you talking with me, teacher?
Jessica? Do you think that we should wait for you? Do you want to go ahead? Okay, Alicia. Yes?
Yes, teacher. Sorry, teacher.
Okay.
Give me one moment. Sorry.
Okay. That's good. No problem. All right. Okay. Let's right now. While Alicia comes back. What about you, Jessica? Hello.
Hello.
All
Comparative
right.
teams, you see adjectives and their different degree. Positive, comparative, and the positive degree refers to the simplest form. For example, a sunny day, excuse me, or refers a higher quality of one thing with respect to another. Example, a birthday.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. That was very good. Okay. What about you, Jonathan? How would you explain to a student with your own words what a comparison is?
Okay, teacher. I think that it's necessary to give an example in this case,
Mhm.
uh, but the idea is to explain them that we have the structure and we have to add er or est, uh, an adjective. And for example, we have to describe a thing, a small thing, for example, two things. Um, I'm gonna thinking about um, some animals. For example, the tiger is smaller than the elephant. Yeah,
Very
the
good.
student have to recognize that we add er in this example. This is a comparison, an easy comparison for them. They recognize the rule, one of the rules.
That's great. Very good explanation. Okay. While Alicia comes back, I'm going to explain to you that we are going to make this exercise every single session. Because, well, some of you are already English teachers and some of you are not. And right now, for most of the English teachers in Colombia, we are demanding to give our classes pretty much 100% in English in all institutes and many high schools around the world. You are demanding to give all of your classes in 100% English. And what is really, really hard is to give the explanations of and grammatical functions to the students in English without using Spanish. That is really hard. So it's my advice to you that you can start, that you should start practicing how to do that from now. Now that you are in sixth semester or seventh semester, some of you are not English teachers yet, but preparing an explanation structures 100% in English without the use of Spanish is something that requires time. So we are going to be doing this exercise every session. So you are going to be explaining to me and to the rest of us some grammar explanations uh, to make it clear. I'm going to give you some tips around the next few days on how to explain something 100% in English, okay? So that's the idea of these exercises. We're going to make it every day. And the topic of comparison and superlative, we're going to give it tomorrow. We're going to start working on it tomorrow. The idea for today is just to warm up and keep talking about it. So we were talking about the motivations of English and how to be an English teacher, how to be motivated, and if it was hard or not. So we're gonna keep that topic, okay? So right now, each one of you is gonna give the other person a question with an explanation. Understand? Not only a question, but you're gonna give me an explanation or an idea before the question, before you make the question. So you're gonna make the question on contest about, English teaching, whatever you want, the motivation on English teacher, why do you want to be an English teacher, how hard it is, and maybe experiences, whatever you want. Okay? Is that clear for you? Yes or no? I'm gonna start. I'm gonna give you an example, okay? So for example,
Please,
I ask Alicia. Alicia, are you there? Are you with us?
Yes, teacher, I'm here.
Okay,
Thank you.
I'm gonna give you the example. All right. So I'm gonna ask Alicia about how does she feel on being an English teacher here in Colombia. So I'm gonna give her like a pre-example of my question like this. Okay, Alicia, I know that Colombia is not a country with a lot of elements or reinforcement actions. It's hard to be an English teacher in Colombia. How do you feel about that? Can you give me your opinion about how to be an English teacher in Colombia? And then you answer.
Yes, teacher. Sometimes I know that it is really difficult. Firstly, because this country is not we speak Spanish all the time. And for example, when we are studying English, so we only have the opportunity to practice English with our partner. But when we return home or we are in another place, we can talk uh, English, and sometimes it's really difficult to improve our English skill. So when we are working in a school, it's really important to be speaking English all the time. And or when we do an interview, if we don't have a good fluency speaking English, sometimes that is not so good because we can lose the opportunity to get a good job.
That is very, very good answer. Thank you so much. Okay, so this is an example, all right? So now you're going to make some questions with a pre-contest idea. Okay, so try to do it really fast. Think about what you're going to do, but question really fast. Let's start with Jonathan. Jonathan, ask someone, anyone you want, a question about English teaching and make it with a context. Try to explain beforehand and then you make the question. Okay? Ready? Go.
Okay, teacher, I'm gonna try.
Yes, that's the idea.
Uh,
Try it.
we know that currently um, we use the TICs to teach uh, the classes of English. Yeah, we use videos, we use songs, we use um, slides. Um, what do you do if you have to work at a school where there aren't or there isn't internet, for example, or no
Great
electricity?
question.
Are you prepared? Are you ready to teach there?
Okay, great question. But you didn't tell us who that question was for. Who are you asking for? To whom?
I asked this question for Francisco, please.
Excellent. Great. Go ahead, Francisco. Answer. It's a very good question. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, say again the question, please.
Oh, all right. You have to repeat all of it again.
No, no, no. The short time, the short part. I'm sorry.
The short version? Okay. Only the question, Jonathan.
That's the question. Okay. Are you prepared? Are you ready to teach English in a school where there isn't internet or electricity? Maybe just an example. Are you ready?
I think that when you the big question is being a English teacher in Colombia, but about your question is if you love your your career, it doesn't matter where you're going to teach and you have or not have electricity. I think this the first question is it's not easy to be a English teacher and mathematics teacher in Colombia because the people maybe 20 or 25 years ago the people hate these mothers. Here in my place, the people don't like these mothers, English and mathematics. When I finish English, I will study mathematics too. To to teach the people is easy to learn about mothers.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Francisco. Okay, let's try it with Alejandra. Did you think
Okay.
about your question, Alejandra? Okay. Who is that question for? And what is the question?
For Jonathan. For Jonathan.
For Jonathan. Very good.
Um,
Okay.
Jonathan, having your students understand you is an important part of being of English teacher. How do you make sure your students understand you?
Very interesting question.
Sorry, Alejandra. Please, can you repeat the question? I didn't get it the last part.
Okay. How do you make how do you make sure your students understand you? Understand you.
Okay, I got it. Mm, when they participate actively, I notice that they are understanding. When they, when I notice that they feel comfortable, they are happy, are interested in the class, I notice that I am explain the topic in a good way. I don't know.
That's what would you do? I mean, you're not an English teacher, yes, but that is what would you do to make sure your teachers okay?
Teacher,
Because,
I
because
can
I'm
say
not.
something.
It's okay. Alejandro, that was a very good question.
I can say something.
Try to make no, no, I'm just telling that it was a good answer. Never mind. It was good. Thank you. Okay, for Alejandro, it was a very good, very nice, very understandable. We still hear you very far away, but maybe you can make your pre-context, enunciation a little bit longer and maybe give some examples. But in general terms, it was very, very good. Okay, let's go with Jessica. Jessica, do you have your question ready?
Yes, teacher.
Excellent. Who is that question for?
First, because the English language teaching in public schools is so poor. Because
Okay, who
Why?
is the question for? Who are you asking? Who do you want to answer? Is that
um,
question for Alicia, for
Alicia.
Francisco? Okay, excellent. So can you repeat the question to Alicia, please?
Yes, teacher. Because the English language teaching in public schools is so poor.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Let me phrase it like this. Not because, but why?
Um,
Why is the English? Yes? Okay, do it again. Come on,
why the English
repeat.
language?
Repeat the question.
Why
Why?
the English language teaching in public schools is so poor?
Oh, okay. Okay, we got the question. But you need to have a pre-contest before Alicia answers. You need to say something about the topic beforehand. That is the exercise, okay? Not only the question, try to say something about the topic before. For example, we know that in Colombia we don't have many resources in the English language. So why do you yes? So try to say a sentence before that. What it will be? Try it.
I don't understand, teacher.
Okay. So the idea of the exercise that we are doing right now is for you to make a comment question. Okay. Not only the question is very good, but not only the question, but give your opinion or make a comment before the question. Yes? So we can make the question a little bit longer. Do you want to try it? Go ahead.
Mm,
Give us a comment before the question.
Um, I do not understand, but but again, and if there are classes to give the assigned them among teachers who have ability, if there are no classes, the simple there is not work and therefore there is no money. It is no surprising that most language teachers have to resort to other sources of income to complete what is necessary to live.
And now you make the question, okay? And then you ask Alicia, why do you think? And in Colombia, it's poor. Okay, Alicia, are you there? Can you answer the question?
Yes, teacher, I'm here.
Okay,
Okay,
excellent. Go ahead.
okay, Jessica, and I realized about that situation because I have the opportunity to work in a private school, and I know that if you compare public school with 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 private school with public school, you know that you realize that most students in public school don't have a good level of English, and I think I'm not sure, but I think that one of the problems could be that the teacher don't use a good methodology to teach the language because in private schools most teachers use a good methodology or the school provide a good curriculum. They they offered the students a good activities, a good materials, and maybe you can find that kind of activity in a public school. For that reason, I think that students who belong to public school doesn't have a good level of English.
That's a very, very good question. Very good answer also. Okay, anyone is missing here? No, I think Alicia, yes, make your question now. Do you have it ready?
Yes, teacher. My question is for Alejandra. Alejandra, because maybe he's continuing talking about the topic that or the question that Jessie asked me, but but about this situation, what would you propose to improve this situation in public schools to improve the English level of the most students in public school?
That was a very good follow-up. What do you think, Alejandra?
Um, I propose more I don't know.
Anything you want to say is
That
okay.
the teachers are um, can be more interesting for these problems, and the government too, um, give them more materials or resources, because the classes or the classes and the knowledge can be improved, um, a more a more um, I forget the word,
It's okay. Don't worry.
accessible, but I forget the translate.
That's very good. Thank you. All right. We have a new listener right here. So Rafael is right here with us. Can you hear me? Rafael, can you hear me?
Good evening, teacher, and good evening, everyone.
Yes,
Yeah, teacher.
hello. Hi,
So sorry
welcome.
for being late.
Don't worry. Well, I'm just glad that you are here, that you have a few minutes that you can practice with us and we can get to know you. Can you please introduce yourself? Tell us something about yourself. Where are you from? What semester are you? Tell us something
Okay,
about your
teacher.
information.
Well, I think there are three people who doesn't know me, but I'm going to introduce myself. I am Rafael Casas. I was born here in Bogota. I am 40 years old. I am married. I have two kids. I'm the sixth semester of Lille, and I work with the Colombian Navy.
That's
Um,
awesome.
I I am very happy to be here with all of you and share this space of time to improve our speaking skills.
Great. Okay, welcome. We don't have much time because we're finishing, so we don't really get to practice with you with the questions we were doing before because I'm about to give you guys the homework. So, but it's really good that you could join us at least for a few minutes and we get to know you and the group is now complete. So, welcome. And the session for tomorrow is going to be more about grammar and how to do a specific questions. So, you guys be ready. Okay. And write this down. Your homework for tomorrow is going to give me some or bring me one photo of your childhood or teenagehood. A photo where you are a little bit, or maybe a lot of younger, and you're gonna bring it. You're gonna have it ready so you can share it on the screen with us, okay? So I'm gonna write it down right here. Homework for tomorrow, or your assignment, if you call it like that.
Teacher,
Green. Yes,
teacher,
tell me.
talk about the Rafael and the homework tomorrow, please.
I'm gonna write it down in the chat, okay? And you guys take notes. So the homework is gonna be bring a photo or a picture of yourselves in a younger age. Okay? So that could be maybe your childhood or your teenagehood or a photo when you look younger. Got it? No more for tomorrow. We are going to talk about and comparisons and use some of this grammar, and we're gonna know each other a little bit more. So, my mistakes is just that my keyboard is not working very well. And some letters on my keyboard are not working. So please forgive my mistakes. So, prepare a picture, a photo of yourselves. Yes, is that clear for all of us?
Comparison and uh, understand
So you're gonna bring a picture tomorrow. You are going to prepare a picture of yourselves in a younger age, maybe 10 years ago, or 5 years ago, or 20 years ago, whatever you want. A picture where you look younger. Good? Do we understand?
Yes,
Okay,
teacher.
and that's pretty much it. Okay, guys, so it's 7:08. We had finished our encounter for today. The idea, like I told you before, the idea today was only to get to know each other, to warm up a little bit, to get used to this new application, Hangouts, which is a little bit different than Skype, and try to just get the group together so we can see how the levels of speaking are and I can make a diagnosis of each one of you. Okay, that was the idea for today, just to start. But tomorrow we are going right to the point. to the topic. We are going right to the exercises. So be ready because tomorrow we're going to have a very intense session. Okay? It was very, very, very nice all. I'm gonna ask you now to give us a short goodbye, each one of you. Just say goodbye using all the words you can. Okay. So let's start with how you say goodbye to the group. Francisco, are you there?
Francisco.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna give the word to Rafael. Speak too much, so Rafael, please practice a little bit with us. And how will you say goodbye to the group in the longest of words you can? Okay, go
Okay,
ahead.
teacher. Well, thank you very much for your companion today. It was a pleasure to meet to all of you. I hope you spend a rest of night, and we will see you tomorrow. Thank you very much.
That was very good. Excellent. How about you, Jonathan? How will you say goodbye?
Okay. Um, Thank you for your participation, for your commitment uh, in this meeting. I hope to to see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. Have a nice night.
That
Bye
was
bye.
very good. That was very good. Thank you so much. Okay, Alicia, how will you say goodbye to the group?
Okay, thank you very much. It was really nice to spend time with all of you, so I could learn a little of each one, and I hope to see you tomorrow again.
That was very nice. Thank you so much, Alicia. Okay, Alejandra, how will you say goodbye?
And thank you a lot and for share your time with me and your knowledge. And, and see you tomorrow. Have a nice day. A nice, that's nice.
That was very good. Thank you. All right, Jessica, how would you say goodbye?
Thank you all. Dear teacher and classmates, have a good night. Good bless you. I hope we all learn. Thank you very much.
That was very, very excellent. Okay, so we lost Francisco anymore. Did he say goodbye already? He didn't say goodbye. He just left. Okay, all right. So we lost Francisco, but we're gonna see him. Okay, guys. One last thing. We are going to make a small introduction every session and a conclusion at the end of the session. Okay, so prepare yourself to not only say hello, goodbye, but just to give a really long, the longest you can, welcome and the longest conclusion. Okay, so I'm expecting you not to only say hello, how are you today, but include more words, try to use all your vocabulary while you say hello at the session, and all the vocabulary you can at the end of the session. Okay, so we're going to make some conclusions at the end where you are going to have to speak a little bit more than not only say make a conclusion at the end of the session. Okay, so prepare for that. We're going to make it every time. And that's it for today. Anyone has any question or anything else to share with us? Or are you ready to go?
No teacher from.
You're all good? Okay, excellent. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you so much for listening. I know it's hard. You should be partying or something or watching a movie, but you are here. And I thank you for your commitment. Remember that I'm going to grade not only your but your assistant every session. So you have to be on time and try not to miss. And we are going to be communicating through the WhatsApp group and the Sky group. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow at 6. And anything you need or anything you want me to help you with, just text me on WhatsApp. Okay. Have a great night. See you tomorrow.
Bye, teacher.
Okay, bye
Hey,
bye.
teacher, bye
See
bye.
you later
Thank you.
Bye,
tomorrow.
thanks.
Okay. You can hang up now. All right. Bye.